So, hello and welcome to another episode of the Beyond the Last Man podcast. And today, it's Thursday today, the 2nd of March already. We didn't do this for a long time, so we want to welcome back our local Goonerette Lottie. Hello, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Martin. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Martin.
Good to
How are
back.
you?
Good,
nice to
yeah.
be
Well,
back.
like it's a great thing from the men's side, but the women's side has to be done as well. So we just have to kind of go through the bad times as well. And another first-time edition we have Michelle from justgooners.com, justarsenal.com. Sorry, what I'm saying. But you have Just Gooner Women is your Twitter handle, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Very welcome. It's your first time here, and hopefully we get a few more of them in. I think it's quite good thing to have like a good few perspectives of it. And as I said, even from the men's podcast we have, like justarsenal.com is really kind of like our new outlay, where we can put our videos as well. And if you ever want to follow anything about Arsenal, women or men, justarsenal.com is your way to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put yours is Lottie _AWFC, right? Your Twitter handle.
Yep.
Good. And thing is just, I'm going to put this in the description of the video anyway. And if you want to follow, if you want to get some really great content on the Arsenal women, just follow the two girls. And I'm sure you're going to get loads of enjoyment out of it. But yeah, talking about enjoyment, let's talk about, since we're not here for nearly 2 months now, a lot has happened since then. We have a roller coaster season. We unfortunately drew with West Ham, and that really kind of seemed to kind of kickstart like the little bit of a downfall what we have. We beat Manchester City in the CONTI Cup, which we reached the final, which is going to be this Sunday. But then 3 days later, we lost in the league, and that didn't really help us anywhere in the disposition. And then like now we lost 2-0 to Chelsea in the FA Cup. So like we are in a bit of a cup sandwich, and as the title says, Conti Cup or bust. That's what we came up with. So it's kind of a season-defining game probably on Sunday. So I just want to say, you've probably seen the game on Saturday. Was it Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday,
yeah. What do you think of it? Because if you looked at it, we had so many chances. I thought we should have won it, but we didn't. So maybe I start with Michelle, because you're new to the show. So just want to see what did you think? What did you make of the game? And what do you think of the season so far?
Well, I think nobody would argue, including any Chelsea fan, to be perfectly honest, Arsenal were exceptional on the pitch.
Yeah.
And the way they were thundering up and down, but it got to the point where even when they're thundering, you're losing hope halfway down the blooming field because it's going to end up in nothing. In last week's game, you'll know the figures, Lottie. 20 shots, 7 on target, and still a big fat zero. And that wasn't for want of playing, in my opinion. They played excellently.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, I think that was the issue in it. And it was a typical cup game though, innit? Because if one of them shots go in early, then it's a complete different game, and it's just such
Marion
it's
had the perfect
annoying,
opportunity, wasn't it, within the first 3 minutes?
Yeah.
And that could have switched the game on a knife blade. Of course it could. Any goal does. That's football, isn't it? The way it goes up and down. But any one of them. But the difference is Chelsea had 3 shots on target, only 3 in the whole game. That's how good Arsenal were in defence and keeping it midfield and getting it up front there. And they had 60% of the possession. But Chelsea had 3 on target. 2 of them went in the back of the net. That's the difference.
What can you do? Let's hope we can get revenge on Sunday, So it'd be a bittersweet thing, we did it yesterday. The men did it against Everton, so let's hope we can repeat that, with the women on Sunday.
So yesterday.
So, no, definitely. I did enjoy myself last night. That was good.
It was one of these weird games, innit?
Freezing. So
it was one of the weird games. There was so many, because there was no live stream. Well, maybe in Spain, I don't know if you had a live stream, but in England and in Ireland, there wasn't on the television. So you had to get some kind of mad stream, and then you get WhatsApp messages betting websites, you know, come in and everything. So like, I hate these games, but like, yeah, look, it's 4-0. It was great.
We end up watching in Chinese sometimes, just because that's the only channel you can actually.
I think it's absolutely mad that, you know, like they don't have like every single Premier League game been at least somewhere in the UK been shown, because it actually puts people to illegal streams, because how else are you going to watch it? Like, it's absolute madness, you know. But look, that's enough about the men. Johnny's doing this on the other podcast. We're talking about the women. So Lottie, how did you see that game on Sunday?
Oh, do you know what? I've got to give a massive shout out to the fans. Our fans have been absolutely amazing this second half of the season. We've got new songs. It's everything. It's creating the atmosphere. It's getting that fierceness. We don't like you. We're better than you. And that's the sort of thing I go to football for, and I thrive on it. I mean, you could. I don't know if you guys heard it when you're watching the game, but you could hear Chelsea fans saying about Sam Kerr, she's better even when she's jet lagged, she's better than you. And that's the sort of thing I love to hear at football. It's just, it brings the atmosphere, and the players do actually feed off it really well. But yeah, massive shout out to the fans. We're doing an excellent job. There's a I can't remember the Twitter handle, but there's a group of fans that bring out all new songs for our girls. Every single player has got a song.
Okay.
So I'm so proud of them, and I'm just like, I'm so proud to be able to sing with them. But back to the game, we weren't clinical enough. This is going to sound really negative compared to Michelle, but we weren't clinical enough in front of the goal. There was times where Stina should have scored, Frida should have scored, and we had 4 major chances alone in the first half, and I was hoping we should at least have got 1. Then that would have been a complete game changer. I do feel we did struggle a little bit against the rawness of Lauren James. She's just such a raw talent, and we need to keep an eye on her this coming week. And obviously, Sam Kerr goes without saying, she gets goals out of nowhere. They can just pluck. That's the one thing I do admire about Chelsea. They can pluck a goal out of nowhere, even if they've had the worst game ever. But
I was chatting to Pat earlier, and where would Chelsea be right now without Sam Kerr and James up front? You know, without Miedemar, where the heck have they got to go?
Yeah, exactly.
And we've got to, therefore, what you're saying, we've got to expect more out the other players. Like, she couldn't stop scoring goals when it was between her and Miedemar coming off the bench.
Yeah.
She couldn't stop, you know, it was...
Exactly,
yeah.
Just seems like kind of the wheels came off.
The thing is, it is that thing is with Miedemar, when you had Miedemar, Manham and Black Stanius on there, Viv and Stina, they switch, and that really worked, and that works for Stina because she likes to play. She doesn't play down the middle like Viv does all the time, and it works, and that is what he's missing. And I sometimes wish we did buy someone to just fill the gap, but I don't want to take over Viv's spot because Viv is just out of this world.
Would you think there would have been somebody available to get in, like, you know, like to actually do this role? Because I'm pretty sure, like, if they would have got somebody, I mean, I know there was like a few offers for like in the transfer window, but like, is there anybody there you think that they could have replaced them? You know, like, you know, on such a short notice. And again, it's a bit like the men's game. You know, you don't want to just get somebody in for like a half a year and then you don't know what's going to happen with them, like in the next season. You know, like, or is it just a lone player? You know, would they actually fit into it? It's pretty hard, like, I presume. And I think with Man, especially like, if you look before January, like, you know, like after Christmas, you know, in January, like, Manham really played well, and you wouldn't have thought, like, you wouldn't need anybody, you know. And he bought some other players in, and look, unfortunately, it is kind of like, not, you can't guarantee goals all the time from the players, and did it really, really well, you know. But yeah, it's a tough call, you know, if you get somebody in to do something, you know. And yeah, look, if and buts doesn't really happen, you know. But what can you do? I think Lottie is cleaning up the house.
Or her cat's doing something.
You all right?
I'm so sorry. I forgot to plug my laptop in, and the battery's going to go, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
So sorry.
Oh, look. That's all right.
Might edit that out.
We didn't know what happened. I thought the cat might have invaded something or whatever.
Oh, no,
you know?
no. He's going to sleep. It's fine. If the radiator's on, yeah, I ain't going to see him for dust.
No, but like, look, it's unfortunate, as I said, like, it's a tough call, you know, if you get somebody in or not. Like, you know, and as I said, the other ones were performing, and I really think for me that West Ham game was because you would really have thought they would go in and you would win easily, you know, and the 0-0 draw, it kind of felt like the wheels came off, and then the Man City game after was great again, but then something is kind of missing. I feel like, you know, like, and look, let's hope on Sunday we get better for it anyway.
I'm definitely up for seeing more of Gio though. I've watched her at Everton. I want to see her more up the front. Okay. It's a case of is Jonas willing to trust her to do what she needs to do? Because I saw like a touch of like Mead in her, but she's got her own sort of style with it. But she's got the similar energy as Beth, if that makes sense to me. So I want to see a bit more of Gio.
She in one of the games recently, didn't she? Almost forced a penalty right in the dying minutes, and it was just making herself available in that box. And it wasn't a penalty only because was it Man City they were against at the time?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. It was towards the tail end.
It was such a clinical tackle that they didn't give a penalty. But Gio, she was in there. She's creating it, and I think exactly the same. Jonas is kind of, in his interviews, he has commented on her a touch, just basically saying she needs to calm her shit down, basically. She needs to, you know, and she needs to learn that off the pitch as well as on it. So
that comes with age, I think.
God's sake, what were we all like at that age, you know?
Exactly. I mean, we can't all be nice, cool and calm, collected like Bukayo Saka. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen.
And if we put her on, she will create stuff, I think. So he's got her sitting in the wings. He didn't bring her back to Everton for nothing.
Yeah,
did he? He's not brought her back. He's bringing her on. He's got to let her on the pitch.
Yeah.
Ah, well, we'll see anyway how it is, and you know, like how they get on, and hopefully we can turn a little bit around, because like after that, like it's really only Champions League where we might can put something together. You know, like I mean, even that's going to be even harder. Like, you know, to get any further. League, as I said, look. You never know what's going to happen, but it's going to be tough, you know. So, like, let's see what we do in the County Cup, you know. I just wanted to go before as well as, like, I mean, you've both probably been long enough into this now to think, how did the support, because as you said, you know, like now we have 20,000, you know, like tickets sold in Selhurst Park, you know, and we're playing in bigger stadiums, you know. How does the atmosphere change, like from being, you know, in the smaller kind of stadiums, you know, like, and now we're kind of regularly playing in the big stadiums, you know. Does it change a lot, or like, you know, obviously it's harder to like fill out the Emirates because obviously you won't get 60,000 in, but you know, there must be some kind of change of atmosphere in the stadiums, no?
Oh no, there's definitely a massive change. I mean, when you come up against teams like Chelsea, Man United, where all the big England stars are, those grounds fill out. For the first time when I was sitting at Man United, sitting at Chelsea, that at least half the upper tier was filled. The bottom was solid, and the whole the away corner was completely filled with away fans, but you got the odd pockets of away fans just popping up all over the ground. But because with women's football, it's a little bit more harmonious. We don't care if you're there, sort of thing. Although people who are coming across will find an issue with that. Yeah. So because we tend to evenly mix. Even at Boreham we mix out. So it's not that bad, but I think the only competition we're struggling with at the moment to fill out the grounds is the Champions League on a Wednesday night, and it's cold. You only see about 5,000, 7,000 fans. It's cold. The wind is battering the east stand, so I can understand why. But we're still heard. We're still heard.
Well, that's good, and it's. I think it's great that we get the chances now that we can see the girls playing in the big stadiums, you know, like and get this big occasion. And I'm pretty sure, like it will change as well the way they allocate tickets, because like, you know, when you get more fans in, you probably have to start changing, you know, the way you sell tickets, the way you go about it, and I think me and Michelle were talking about it, you know, like. How long is it going to be that it's only £10 for a ticket? You know, like they might go up in prices, you know.
Yeah.
So like the more demand, like, you know, like
15 quid a ticket, are they, Lottie?
I paid £10. I paid 40 quid for 4. So
I've seen £15 for Category 1. I don't know what that is.
Category 1 is on the long sides of Crystal Palace, and behind the goals it was £10. So
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like it obviously costs more money as well, like to run the bigger stadium. So like like obviously if you get the bums on seats, fair enough, But like let's see how long it lasts, till they go up in the tickets. And it wouldn't be the first time Arsenal are raising a ticket, isn't it? So, but yeah, look,
Hopefully
it's a
that
team.
won't be too soon. I'm
We have little
my
faith.
£9 ticket up at Bournemouth. Thank you very much.
But at least you can get tickets. That's the important part of it. You still can get tickets. So
it depends how
Yeah,
far
but if you want them for this Conti Cup on Sunday, they're almost. They reckon it's going to be. It's not sold out. It's going to be pretty much a sale out come Sunday.
No, definitely. I've got to say, our last game of the season's already sold out.
Yeah, that's what I was actually asking.
Yeah.
In Boreham Wood, like like you would be sold out, wouldn't you? Like quite easy, like and. It's funny enough, like then then you have to wait up. Do you want to play in a bigger stadium, and you might not get half full, or do you want to then get a few people can't go to the game? So yeah, be interesting what's going to come in the next seasons, I think, because that's going to be a developing situation. Like if they get better, like and God forbid the English women win the World Cup, So,
can you imagine? Oh my God,
that'd be glorious. That'd
be even more like
that'd be great, because all the fans who don't like women's football will they'd be so angry, and I'm walking around like, yeah, we've already brought it home, go away, I don't want to talk to you. Like an Arsenal captain brought it home, a Tottenham captain can't do it. When are you going to realise this?
That's very true. Very true. So yeah, like look at that. It's look. We never know what's gonna happen. I mean, it'd be a great occasion anyway. I think for the World Cup as well, and see and it's great from our side as well because Ireland is playing. Austria unfortunately didn't go into it, but look,
I'm sure
I'd be cheering for the Irish girls. Yeah, big thing on it.
For sure.
Big good occasion. So what do you think about the game on Saturday then? Sunday, the final. Do you think they will change a lot or just go the same and try to, because we didn't play bad, we just didn't score the goals.
Yeah, no, I hope we have like a bit closer player marking at this point, because when there was a space, up sprouted a Chelsea player like a weed in a garden. I was like,
yeah,
how are you getting into this space? I just, that's all I ask for. As long as we go down there with a fight and you play your heart out, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy. I just don't want us to roll over, especially to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Especially because we'll never hear the end of it otherwise.
So I mean, I just still remember the quote from Eamon, about the Chelsea fans, so like how frustrated they are. Even doesn't matter if they're women or men, they're equally irritating.
Exactly.
So yeah, like anytime, it doesn't matter who you're losing to, but you don't want to lose to Chelsea. Look.
I personally think every Arsenal fan that's heading to Sellers Park on Sunday will be going with absolute and utter hope in their heart, because I think Arsenal's pocket feels a little bit empty at the minute in terms of up front scoring, that front line armoury. But there's the belief, and just look how many chances they had on Sunday. Surely they can start to convert at least a couple. A couple would have done. A couple would have been dandy.
Yeah,
absolutely. So it's hope in the heart. But they've got to do this, and I agree with what Lottie said earlier. They've got to do it, or it's almost like their season's over. It's where do you go from there? The cups are out the way. What we're going to do with Bayern Munich twice at the end of this month? We need to win this. We need to win it. They need to win it.
It could be a catalyst for it, like if we win this, like it could be coming in a complete different direction. The Champions League might be a bit easier, you have the confidence for it. But the other way around, like, like it happened too often, even to the men, like, that there was one or two bad results and it just kind of like a domino effect and kind of knocked everything down. But look, let's hope and be hopeful that, we can go. Like, I think Sellers Park is a nice stadium as well to play. The pitch is quite good, so look, you never know what's going to happen, let's hope it's a good game. And I think I'm sure like there will be some stats on justarsenal.com. I'm sure you're going to put this up, Michelle. And
absolutely,
Lottie, you probably be
That's
tweeting from the stadium.
Oh wait.
Oh no, I will tweet before I go in. I've got my face paint. I've got a brand new flag ready to go. So
we want photos, darling. Photos.
We need
Yeah,
photos.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Exactly,
they'll be up after the game. My phone is on silent when I'm at the football. Stays in my bag. I take a couple of
Absolutely.
pictures. That's it.
Good stuff.
I'm not here to sit and tweet while I'm sitting in the ground. I can't be doing that.
I know, like,
No.
I'm not saying that it's not like that. I don't want, like, personally, when I go over to London, like, you know, like, and I'm trying, because I'm doing the Instagram page for us, you know, like I'm doing the updates on the scores and everything. It's actually impossible to tweet, so not tweet, but like to put something on Instagram, because it's so bad. The Wi-Fi is so bad that you can't get, like, the last time I posted, I think it was a 15-second video from going into the Emirates, and it posted like 20 minutes before the end of the game. Because that's how long it took to upload. I said, that is just
You
crazy.
missed all the
like,
goals then.
yeah, that's just mad, like, you know, like it's you need to get in the press box, you know, to get a good connection, you know.
Unless you're up the upper tier, second row from the back, you are not getting a signal.
Yeah, it's mad, like,
It's
you
not
know.
gonna
Yeah.
They're actually working on this. We had like a supporters club meeting, and they actually with all the new changes in the stadium, they're trying to get a more stable and more like a broader opening for, like, so to actually accommodate like 60,000 people in the stadium, you know, like to all probably be somewhere on an internet connection, you know, and they're trying to do that, you know, but like, yeah, at the moment it's just really, really bad, you know, unless you like have a wired connection in the
like
laptop,
Lottie
you wouldn't
said,
do.
Who needs their phone when you're at the game?
I know, yeah. Like,
Exactly.
well, I wouldn't use it for the, you know, to watch it, but you know, if you do, like, you know, like talk about it, you know, like it's one of these things. Like, I don't do it that much anyway, especially when I had the game. I just really do the basics, you know, like the updates and the halftime and full time, and that's about it, you know.
Yeah.
No, I do my pitch side picture. That's it.
Yeah,
Done.
exactly.
Phone away. Let's get the voice warmed up.
That's what it is. Yeah. So the only other thing I think after that is just like Champions League. So like we playing Bayern. What chances do you think we have with that?
Do you know what? I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
It's one of the better draws. I don't know if Michelle will agree with me, but it is one of the better draws. There's two certain teams that are playing each other, and I hope one knocks the West London lot out. But yeah, no, I'm really quite excited. George Stanway's coming to the Emirates.
Okay.
I quite enjoy watching her play. I'm really excited for her. I've seen some of her play out in Germany. She looks better than she did when she left.
Okay.
Really quite excited.
And we have the home advantage as well in the second game, innit? Go on.
I think let's see how they do this Sunday, because this Sunday they could be marching through Europe.
Yeah.
And it's all about confidence in them. It's all about, I truly believe that. It's just the confidence in getting some in the back of the net. And then Bayern Munich walk in the park. But right now, I don't have a lot of faith, but you need to keep it, you know.
That's true.
No, definitely. You just need to take game by game. I'm excited for it, but my mind's more on Sunday first. Let's get that out of the way.
Yes. And if they smash that, world's their lobster this year.
Yeah, it's game on.
Exactly, yeah.
Watch out, Bayern Munich.
You never know what's going to happen, you know. And let's hope we can do this. Listen, I think we want to keep this as short as possible because, like, you know, we don't get much retention otherwise, you know. So, but we're gonna do it more often. I know, Lottie, you were gonna have your own podcast as well, and then you said like we just gonna try to do this in a triangle, you know. We might get some other voices in as well, like, you know, from other places, you know, and see how we can go, because that's it. From my side, it's like I want to promote the women's football on the Irish side as well. For our supporters, what we have, you know, like, you know, and it's great to have, like, you know, people that really actually watch it, go to the games, talk about the games, because that's where the insight is coming from. And I think that's kind of what we want, because if you just watching it, there's a lot of people just going on now and just, you know, not saying that they heard about it, and that's good, you know, like at least they talk about it, you know, but like not everybody's totally into it, because there's a lot of Arsenal fans that just watch the men, and that's totally understandable. But you know, we want to have the other side as well, and I think we have the platform for it, so now we can try to push it a bit more and see what we can do with Arsenal women and women's football in general, you know. So and actually I just want to say congratulations to Beth Mead for coming third. I think she in the FIFA players thing, so that's another great achievement for them. You know, and look, it's unfortunate that she's injured, isn't it? Like, it would have been a different season, I think, if she would still be playing. But
isn't that the story of football?
Yeah. Unfortunate, you know. But listen, thanks very much for joining me today. I hope we can do this pretty soon. So as I said, if you want to follow the girls, I'll leave the Twitter on the screen today and in the comments as well. Justarsenal.com for all news, not only women but also the men, and follow Lottie on Twitter. And I think you have a great TikTok account as well, so we might put that in as well.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. I do enjoy my edits. They get quite fun.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, you know, and exactly. I think that's just a great way, like, just to talk about it, you know, to get like people engaging on it, you know. And there's some great content on there as well, I think, and it's fabulous when you see stuff like that, especially when you get the goals, because TikTok are not as reluctant with copyrights, not yet at the moment anyway, so you can actually watch things. It's not like YouTube.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Exactly. Listen, again, thanks very much. As I said, the other guys are doing the show, so it depends who's going to be faster on it. I think like you're going to put that podcast on the page anyway, Michelle, probably when I send it to you, and then we can see how we can move it up.
Just Arsenal beds and at the bottom of signatures and things like that. Yeah,
good
absolutely.
Stuff. All right, so
we
like
need
we'll see how
a
we can.
Arsenal podcast, don't we? It's absolutely
100%. There's not look at the men. There's thousands of them. You know, like there's not enough women's podcasts. So like let's go and see that route.
Absolutely, let's go for it.
All right. Listen, thanks very much again, and let's hope we can do on Sunday, and we can get that glory by win now, like, and get like this CONTI CUP and get the season kick started. All right. Yeah. Lovely.
We just have to get on with it and get that cup.
Yeah,
you have to. All right.
Nice to speak to you guys.
Thanks very much. Right.
Nice to meet you as well.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Brand.